Throughout her career, Audrey's leading men comprised a veritable who's who of male movie stars. Not just screen idols of their time, they were also extremely good actors, many still considered amongst the best to grace the big screen. Audrey was very fortunate to begin her career working alongside the undeniable gentleman of the screen, Gregory Peck.
You have my permission to withdraw.
Thank you very much.
Perhaps most fondly remembered as Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, Peck remained a lifelong friend to Audrey. The pair shared a common bond. Like Audrey, Peck's parents divorced when he was very young. He also was a great humanitarian and actively supported many charities. At a 1987 fundraiser, at which Audrey was honoured, he paid tribute, saying, "There has been no one like her in movies before or since. She has an inner glow which can only come from an inner glow." Coincidentally, out of Audrey's leading men, Gregory Peck was one of 5 to star in films by Alfred Hitchcock. He appeared in 2. Henry Fonda, Sean Connery and Anthony Perkins each starred in 1, and Cary Grant made 4 films for the master of suspense. Who better than to star with Audrey in Charade, the Hitchcock that wasn't a Hitchcock? Born with the most unromantic name of Archibald Leach, Cary Grant was one of the top box office stars of his era, with a long list of classic films that remain popular today. He is also notable for the films he knocked back, not just the ones he completed. Originally the choice for Roman Holiday, Grant refused the role because of the age gap between Audrey and himself, an issue that almost prevented them pairing for Charade. Again, because he feared he was too old, he rejected the role that opened the door on Sean Connery's career, James Bond in Dr. No. And once again, that age gap led him to pass on Sabrina, with the role going to Humphrey Bogart. Star of several classic movies such as Casablanca, The Maltese Falcon and The African Queen, Bogart was down to earth and wouldn't tolerate anyone he thought pretentious or phony. He refused to play the Hollywood game, balking at inferior roles and establishing his own production company to pursue quality films. It was with considerable reluctance that Bogart had accepted the part of Linus Larrabee. Outspoken and fiercely independent, he clashed repeatedly with director Billy Wilder, drank heavily and distanced himself from his co-stars. He was also unwell, soon to be diagnosed with the cancer that would kill him at the early age of 57. His final words are said to have been, "I should never have switched from scotch to martinis." Fellow Sabrina star William Holden was unhappily married when he met Audrey. Both he and his wife openly had affairs, and by agreement, Holden, already a father, had undergone a vasectomy. Holden fell deeply in love with Audrey and talked of getting a divorce so they could marry. Audrey already longed to have a family and ended the affair when she learned of his vasectomy. Though they remained on good terms as friends, Holden never got over his love for Audrey. His film career included many outstanding films and brilliant performances, including his Oscar-winning role in Stalag 17. Many years an alcoholic, William Holden, aged 63, died as a result of falling and hitting his head on a coffee table while drinking alone. Medical reports showed that for 30 minutes he lay conscious and bleeding, but failed to call for help, which would have saved him. It was 4 days before his body was discovered. Although the age factor may have worried Cary Grant, it didn't deter Fred Astaire. A full 30 years older than Audrey, he never missed a beat, literally. He jauntily stepped out alongside her in funny face and happily danced on into old age. Fred Astaire's 76-year-long career began when he was a child, and over the course of 31 musical films, he established himself as one of the screen's greatest dancers. His singing also was memorable, performing songs that have remained enduring classics. He acted for most of his life and gave his last dance performance appearing alongside the great Gene Kelly in the documentary That's Entertainment. There were, of course, many other great actors as well as brilliant directors in Audrey's career. and she later said how lucky she was to have worked with such extremely talented people. By all accounts, the feeling was mutual.
Marvelous that you